For calcium, I personally don't eat a lot of dairy and I don't supplement it. Is this a problem? I also hear you can get it in broccoli. Probably not enough. That's a fact from my wife. Shout out, Irene.
Ooh, calcium. I have a very mixed thought about calcium. I think if you're low in calcium, female, history of osteoporosis, osteopenia, absolutely. Calcium kind of like protein, like fiber. I think it's a very moving target of that. Because take your calcium, take your vitamin D's, which is great. How much, right? So I think the current guidelines are 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day from diet and supplements. So the broccoli, some beans that have it, I believe, a lot of dairy-containing ingredients, yogurt as well, a lot of chewables as well.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, calcium and vitamin D should help support bone health. I always recommend eating the calcium and vitamin D because whatever your body doesn't need or get rid of, whereas if you're taking a supplement, once again, higher risk of kidney stones, which would not be ideal.
Yeah, I agree. The usual time I recommend calcium is along with vitamin D, and it's usually the people who are osteopenic, they've lost some bone density, and then we usually talk about that 1,200 milligrams of calcium, 2,000 to 3,000 units of vitamin D every day, and then low weight in addition to that.
So I actually go a little bit different. I tell them low to medium, right? I don't want you to have a vertebral fracture, but I do want you to put enough stress on the bone so during those micro fractures, the calcium and vitamin D makes it stronger. If my patient's, let's say, 70-year-old female, just takes the calcium, vitamin D, doesn't put any stress, I do my Pilates, I walk my 5 blocks, I do my chair yoga, that's fine and dandy for cardiovascular health. But I want you to put some stress within reason, like either physical therapy, having a weight a coach to guide you. Don't want you to lift like Schwarzenegger, but enough that you're putting stress on the bones so the calcium and vitamin D makes it stronger. Osteoporosis, osteopenia reduction as well. But at the same time, I would not recommend just taking that alone. Definitely talk to your doctor about bisphosphonates, the injectables as well to the supplement.
If you're getting into osteoporosis, definitely. I agree completely. If you're still osteopenic, it's early on. It's probably reasonable to start this way. I don't know what weight do you usually tell them to go up to, I guess, because I usually talk about 10 pounds is the, we should at least get to there.
So I counsel my patients, how many sets can you do? I can do 2 sets of 10, let's say curls, right? So I tell them, I want you to do heavy enough the last 2 reps. So reps and sets. Reps is how many of each exercise, and then how many of those same exercise. The last 1 or 2 reps should be challenging, but with good form. So to echo Dr. Kuzov, I agree. Some patients can do 12 pounds, some can maybe do 3 or 4. But if they tell me, hey, I'm using the water bottles, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you can bang out 20 reps, no issues, maybe go a little bit heavier. So I'd say the last 2, you should be struggling, but you have good form for the last 2 reps.
For an average of 10 reps?
10 to 12.
10 to 12.
But once again, I try to keep it easy for the patient member.
6 to 8, I thought, was where you want to be.
It kind of depends what you're doing, which exercise it is too, I think, right? Because you're talking about curls. I like to talk more about, I guess, lower body because the big thing for me with osteopenia and it's usually the hips. We try not to break. So usually we talk more. I usually at least get into a little bit more of the lower body things. But you could do higher reps. It's just that you need to get to a certain weight. That's what I was trying to get at. Is I usually try to have them try to make it to about 10 pounds
That's
at least.
really good. And speaking of 10 pounds, I did some limited research about using the weighted vest or the weighted weights on the arms and legs. I think in certain patients, they don't have any fall risk or they're not any blood thinners. I'm cautiously optimistic saying, hey, do those walks, daily walks. I got to hit my 10,000 steps. Sure. How about you have a book bag? How about you do some rucking? How about you have the weights too to add some added resistance to the bone structure?
What age are we talking about starting this?
To be honest, we usually start talking about this with most patients when we start doing DEXA scans because we're looking at bone density, and that's when we usually start talking about the calcium intake. I think most people probably have enough through diet through most of their life unless they're restricted in some way, and it's usually dairy that they're not able to take in that's limiting this. And that's an individual plan at that point. But before we do DEXA scans, that younger population before 65, sometimes it could be women who are underweight who need to be careful of bone health.